on YouTube? What's going on, people? I know it's been a long time. I've been very busy. At times, taking a break and just trying to, regenerate, regroup and just, revitalize, because there's been a lot going on lately when it comes down to the poker. So, you know what I mean? Right now, you can see I got the Shuffle shirt on. I played there a few times. It got some nice tables. It's a pretty cool place. But at the end of the day, I've been at WinStar a lot, because they got the card shuffle machine. So, I don't really have to deal with nothing when it comes down to the dealers. And to all my supporters and subscribers and those who comment, and they ask about me and, and they say their prayers and, just, they're concerned, I appreciate every last one of y'all. And I'm doing well, I'm holding it down. It's just, like I said, I needed a break. I've been playing a lot of poker, especially at the card house, the 500,000 tournament, the 250,000 tournament, as you see. And it's just, it's just taking a lot, so I felt like I need to just regroup, rest, get some rest. But I still been playing. But at the end of the day, I just need a break. And I see things that go on, in the energy in the world of poker, man. And poker could be really ugly. It really could. It could be a really nasty game, man. And you could lose a lot of money, or you could just lose and be infuriated because the way you lost. You know what I mean? And I just want to let you players know, that there's a certain level to this game that when you start to become very, very knowledgeable and you become very good at the game, it's not going to be the same as when you first started. You had all this good fortune and all these good hands. You was winning and you're supposed to win. No, it gets much more complex, gets much more difficult, because now the hands that you're expected to win with, you're going to lose bad with. That's just how it going. So players adapt their style now. Instead of playing ace, king, pocket, queens, jacks, instead of waiting for these premium hands, these hands that you could actually win and probably be ahead of, they're playing hands like 10-3 offsuit or 10-3 suited. They'll play like, queen deuce or something like that. Or they'll play jack 7, jack 8. And then they'll hit 2 pair on the board. So you might have ace king and you hit your king, but they got 2 pair. I seen a guy, he went in with 5-6. And I had ace 3. I was the big blind. So of course, I checked it down because I'm not gonna go crazy with the big blind with ace 3. And I hit a straight, but he hit a higher straight. So that's, you run into stuff like that, because you could easily raise it, you know what I mean? But now, what if you raise the hand and you're going against somebody who does have a premium, somebody who has ace jack, or they have ace queen, or they have pocket 10s, you know what I mean? And you don't hit your card. Now you just threw away money or chips. Now you have to represent that, you know what I mean? If you fold, then players recall those situations and say you're the type of player that will raise with nothing, or you're raised, and when you miss the flop, they could take advantage of you and put pressure on you. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that go on, at the poker table. Once you start getting really good and familiar with how things are supposed to go, it becomes second nature to you. So at the end of the day, I just feel like you just have to be ready for it. It's a really nasty, ugly game at times. It could be very fun and exciting, and it could pay off big time, but it can also be the complete opposite, where there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it. The cards are not going in your favor. Well, you might have been leading, you was winning all the way into the river. That's classic with me. Any player that plays with me, all the players that know me, you're never just gonna outplay me or just beat me, you know what I mean, by having the better hand, pre-flop like that. Like, it usually go down to the river and they catch the card that they needed to beat me. And so I've been taking a lot of bad beats like that, and it's just different. Like, when you play at these local establishments, I've realized a major difference. Number one, like they got right now at the card house, right? They got the $300 hot hand. So every 30 minutes they give you $300, and if somebody don't hit within 30 minutes, the next 30 minutes it'll become 600. So it's a rollover. Same thing with shuffle. They had the rollover. Now let me tell you something. This is what I'm talking about. I just came from WinStar. I was at WinStar twice, right? And at WinStar, I've played a total of about maybe 12, 13, 14 hours, right? Only one person within that time frame hit quads, and it was quad sevens. With the card house or shuffle, and people are hitting quad kings and aces and royal flushes every 10 to 20 minutes. Do you know how hard it is to get a royal flush? Do you know how hard it is to get quads? If it was just that easy, everybody would be getting it so they can dominate the table and have an easy payday, because they know you can't beat that. And if you do beat that, it's a bad beat jackpot. That's why they got bad beat jackpots. For people who got quads and get their quads rocked by a straight flush, you will get the jackpot. It's not easy. So tell me why last week I'm playing at the card house, and they're getting quads and royal flushes every 10 to 15 minutes. Like, it was insane. Every 10 to 15 minutes. Anybody who was there last week at the card house in Dallas, they know what I'm talking about. They know I'm telling the truth. It was insane. And it's like, how do you get all these? And you know what? Because it's the dealers. There's no card shuffling machine. The dealers are shuffling the cards. Now, some people may say, you're not shuffling them really good. Cards are still stuck together. It could be a million things. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just it's more risky, and it's a lot of bad beats. It's a lot of crazy stuff that go on at these card houses with these dealers shuffling the cards. When you at the casino, look. Even yesterday at WinStar, I didn't even realize I got hustled. I didn't even realize it, because all the dealers, they take the cards out the card shuffler, they cut it down the middle, and they deal. They never shuffle the cards after they take the cards out the card machine. This one dealer was doing that, and he cost me. He cost me money, and I was really upset, but I brushed it off. Like, all right, it is what it is. Let's get back to the grind, get back to the focus, because it ain't gonna do me no good. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna help me dwelling over and just being upset. But I internalize it and just let it burn. You feel what I'm saying? Let it burn and then get over it. But it's the fact that had I noticed that he was really doing that for a long period of time, I would have never played none of the hands that he dealt. I would have just got up, went outside, relaxed, and then came back when another dealer's at the table. So you got to be mindful of that, because when dealers are dealing the cards, because I heard from a poker room in Dallas, there's another poker card room that just opened up. The manager was telling me that there's a patent on the card shufflers at the casinos. So it's going to be very difficult for these card houses to have tables that have random card shufflers where the dealers don't have to touch the cards. It's so easy for them to get more dealers, because the dealers don't got to worry about shuffling and all that. All they got to do is take the cards out, cut it, and deal it to the players. Makes life so much easy for dealers. But because there's a patent to where only casinos can get these card shufflers, you're not going to see that at these local rooms. You're going to have to deal with the outcome of dealers who touch these cards and shuffle. You know what I mean? That's just the raw deal on it. So if you find yourself in that situation, just be careful, man. Just all I can say is be careful. If you got the hand and you know you got it, be aggressive. Be aggressive. The time that we play in right now with poker is very, very, very aggressive. It's aggressive and it's strategic. A lot of players are tactical and aggressive now. You're not just gonna get in there and see a flop, for the cheap, for the low all the time. That ain't happening. But players are gonna raise you with straight trash. They're gonna raise you, and if it seemed like you did not hit that flop, they're gonna raise you again and put you all in if they have to. I've watched it. I've caught a player at WinStar. He caught me all in. He didn't realize that I had two pair, but he was trying to bluff me, because on the river, a spade drop that gave a flush, right? And he called it all in. So now there's about over $400 and something in the pot, going to $500 in the pot. I called. He raised all in with $78. I called. And what did he have? He had ace-4. He completely missed. He didn't have nothing. But that's what players do. They will try you. You know what I mean? And then if you look at the MCI, there's times where you're in a situation where if you're leading, then that's the only play that you can do to win the pot. You're not going to win the pot any other way. And if you check it down, you're going to lose for sure. You see what I'm saying? Or if you check it down, I might just raise you all in. Now you guys to weigh the consequences. Do you feel like I'm a player that if you call all in, I'm more likely to fold? So this is what players do. They watch you when you get to these situations. Do you make the hero calls most of the time? Or are you a player who's going to fold and wait the next round? Because when they get in the hand with you and they find themselves in a situation, they're going to recall that and they're going to fucking call you all in. That's just it. But, you know, that's a few pointers, a few tips. I just wanted to, you know, make a video and let y'all know I'm doing well. And I know it's been a while, but I've been playing a lot of poker, and then I've been resting on top of that. And I just been, you know, doing a lot of things, been very busy. But, you know, like I said, you know, just be careful when you're dealing with the game, and overall, just be careful out there, period, and keep yourself healthy and maintain and keep your circle small so that you ain't got no problems and issues from anybody else, and just focus on what you feel you want to be great at. Signing off.